Hi everyone, welcome back to another beauty pie video. If you're wondering what is going on with my background and why it's different, it's a bit of a long story, but my boyfriend and I had to move in to my parents' house, so that's why things are different. If you're new here, hi, my name is Faye. I do a lot of beauty pie videos. Today we are talking about this, the Pati Dubroff times beauty pie makeup kit. So I've taken everything out of the packaging already. So what you get is a really cute little beauty bag makeup box thing. I've unboxed everything already, but I haven't tried anything. I thought we could do that together. So as well as all your makeup products, you actually get this. It's a little list of tips from Pati, who is a makeup artist, as we know. So tells you everything that you should do with these products, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do what she tells me. So what do I have on my face already? Just a little skincare and some concealer. I'm testing out this Beauty Pie Japanfusion Genius Lift Elixir. I will be giving you my thoughts on that sometime soon, along with some other newer Beauty Pie skincare launches that I've been trying out. And then I just have a tiny little bit of this Appew concealer on under my eyes and around the sides of my nose and on my chin. So Pati Dubroff is kind of known for these fresh face, youthful, glowing makeup looks, and so all of this stuff is quite minimalist, natural, very much in keeping with her aesthetic. So that's why I didn't want to go full in with, foundation, everything like that. Just keep things fresh and natural, a little concealer where it's needed. And apart from that, we're just going to use what comes in the kit. So what do we have here? We have an eye base, like a taupe coloured eye base, a cream eye base, a cream blush in the shade Sexy Berry. We also have the tinted lip balm in the shade Sexy Berry as well, a lip liner in the shade Foxy, a nude eyeliner, then we have a cream highlight, a mascara, and a little brush, which is the only thing that's still in the box because I didn't want to get it dirty. So I'm going to chuck this over here, we're going to chuck this over here, and we're going to dive into the makeup. So what should we start with? Let's start with the eyes. It says here, define your natural eye shape with the taupe cream shadow using the shape side of the brush. So here's our cream shadow. Obviously this is not a colour that's going to work for all skin tones. Someone like me, I can use that to define the crease quite easily. Someone else, it's going to look probably weird, a little bit too grey, a little bit too light. So just keep that in mind. This does only come like this one collection with only these shades. So what side of the brush is which? I'm not sure, but it's a cute brush. So I think we're going to go in straight into pan. Oh, it's nice and creamy. I believe this should dry down. It's like a cream to powder formula. So let's just define the crease here. I can already tell you that it is very easy to blend. I think this has a nice level of pigment because it's not going on like super strong to the point where I've got too much. But I didn't have to be super careful with how much I was picking up, but it's definitely showing up. Okay. So far, so good. And if you've watched my videos before, you know I am a big fan of cream products. I have a dry combination skin type, and I really like the way that cream products just sort of melt into the skin as opposed to sitting on top of the skin. So these products I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy. Right. Get my mirror, I'm trying to make things even here. With the other side, I'm going to take a little bit on the lower lash line, pop that under there. And I do already feel like it is drying down, which is nice because otherwise it's going to get all creasy in the eye folds. But it already feels on the drier side, which is nice. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to take my blush now. So I have one of these already in a different shade, and I'm already a fan of the formula. I know it's a really lovely formula, really easy to blend, really nice amount of pigment, so I'm hoping this is going to be the same with this particular shade. And again, they dry down to a slightly more, not completely powder finish, but they don't stay like super sticky on the skin. So I think people prefer that, you know, when it doesn't stay super sticky. So, oh, it feels lovely. This is quite a dark shade. This might work for quite a lot of different skin tones. Hopefully it's not too intense for me. On me, this is definitely an intense shade here. I didn't even take that much product. Right, I'm also going to take a little bit of this on top of that crease shade here, just to tie everything together in terms of colour. Do you like to put a little blush in as eyeshadow? Cream highlight. Now she says here, the highlight stick is for anywhere you want a little extra glow. Top of the cheekbones, centre of the eyelids, the inner corners of the eye, brow bones, clavicle. I mean, I've got a jumper covering my clavicle, so I'm obviously not going to do that. This is a really lovely pale gold by the looks of it, which is good for me because I'm not a big fan of pink on my skin tone. Yeah, we've got a nice gold there. It feels like quite a hydrating formula. Let's just go straight in. Oh, that blends out so nicely. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Okay, favourite product so far, guys. Usually I wouldn't go straight in with a stick onto my face. Usually I take a stick onto a brush and then go in with a brush for like a stick cream highlight type of situation. But this is blending out so easily, and because I don't have obviously a lot of base product underneath, I don't really run the risk of the highlight breaking up my foundation. Obviously I would have to try it on top of foundation to see if it does that. That's the main reason I usually take some kind of tool and then apply it rather than swiping it straight onto the face. Okay, let's whack this in some more places. Let's do the centre of the eyelids as she suggests. Put on my finger there. Oh, my knuckle is so unattractive right now. I've been washing my hands so often that my knuckle just keeps splitting and bleeding. Not fun. You can definitely build this up though. I'm getting quite a little shimmer going on the eye now. I'll take my little finger and just pop a little bit in the corners here as also suggested. Someone should tell me to stop, but there's no one here to tell me to stop, so I'm going to put on more highlight. This is really nice. Let's pop on some of this nude eyeliner. Jesus, in the waterline. Ooh, okay. Ow, hit myself in the eye. I usually like something in the waterline which isn't too like white and too bright, it doesn't look too unnatural. But I do usually put a nude in the waterline. This is probably a little bit lighter than the nude I usually use, but it's a really nice creamy formula. It's definitely feels good. I don't know how it's going to last in the waterline, but fingers crossed. Right now it's looking good. Okay, so before we do our mascara, I'm going to do our lips. So we have a tinted balm and a lip liner, and it says here, for lips I like to apply the colour balm first, smoosh the lips together, press in with a fingertip, then I use the lip pencil to give extra definition, according to our instructions. So that's what we're going to do. Now I'm pretty sure I do actually own this shade already, but now I can have a second one for my handbag when we start going places again. Okay. And these are a really nice formula. Obviously they're not long lasting, but they're hydrating, comfortable on the lips, and they have a really, you can see, good amount of pigment. So it's, I would consider it's definitely like a makeup product rather than just like a lip balm. Yeah, well, it's a nice colour. So the lip liner that they've sent with it should ideally match. Oh my god, these lip liners and eyeliners, their lids are on so intensely. Okay, let's add a little bit here. Okay, they are a good colour match. Can we put a bit on my hand so that you can actually see the colour by itself? Sorry, my hands are so incredibly dry. But there is the colour of your lip liner, which is the shade Foxy. Yep. And here next to it you have the lip balm. So you can see the liner is slightly more brown than the lip balm, but they are similar in colour. And just so that we can see it all together, there is a smudge of your cream blush. So there we go, all the three colours together so that you can see how they compare to each other. You've got slightly more raspberry tones in the blush than you do in the two lip products, but I still think they obviously are very complementary in shade. In fact, I think I'm going to put a tiny bit more blush on now that it's sort of sat on the skin for a minute and I'm not quite so terrified about how deep this colour is. We'll put a tiny bit more just here. I'm also going to add a little more of this eye colour just because I went in with the blush, which I probably should have just done the blush first, and I kind of faded this out of the picture. I do kind of wish this sort of eye shade was a tiny bit warmer, just because I feel like we have this very sort of rosy colour going on with the lips and the cheeks, and the eye cream, this taupe, is quite cool. I mean, everyone just has their different preferences, don't they? I usually like something a little bit warmer, but the actual texture and consistency of the product is really, really good. Okay, so not a very long video today because this is all quite a nice, simple, like I say, everyday, glowy, natural kind of kit. But you absolutely, if you add in a concealer like I did, you can absolutely do a full face just with these products plus a concealer. I would add in a brow product as well. I don't have anything now that I've moved to my parents' house. I literally, this and this kit is the only makeup that I actually have with me. I don't have a brow pencil or anything, so my brows will have to stay barely visible for today. But concealer, brow pencil, maybe a little powder for under the eyes, plus this kit, and you have a really nice sort of easy everyday kind of thing. And I think this would be a super nice gift for someone if you have someone in mind who would like this style of makeup who isn't a Beauty Pie member. Right, let's put some of this mascara on. Now, I've actually never tried a Beauty Pie mascara before because they don't make waterproof mascara currently, and get mascara on myself, I'll get rid of that in just a second. I personally am a waterproof mascara type of person, but here we go. So far, I think actually this is pretty nice. The brush is a small natural bristle brush, and I am getting some separation and length here. Ignore the blob. What do we think? I think that's a pretty nice mascara. If you can not use a waterproof mascara, I didn't say what it is. It's the Uber Volume Boost Velvet Mascara. I'm a bit off my game today, guys. I apologise if I've not been saying the products as we go along. I will obviously put everything in the description box down below. Okay, so that is the entire kit. Very glowy, natural, rosy kind of a vibe. I mean, I personally would add in like a few more products, maybe a little bronzer, maybe a little of a, you know, pigmented, not nude eyeliner for the upper lash line. Obviously I need some brows, which I can't do right now, but I do think all of these products are really nice quality. So working backwards, mascara went on nicely, not super volumizing, could probably build it up. Should we see? If I just try and go in. Okay, you can build it up a little bit, but I think I'm at risk of getting some spider lashes as well, because I feel like the way it's attaching, like right at the very ends of the lashes here, is a bit clumpy. Yeah, like I say, I like a waterproof mascara personally, but if you don't need a waterproof mascara, I think it's fine. It's not the best mascara I've ever used, but it's fine. Okay, the lip products I really like. I already really liked these tinted balms. I think they're really lovely every day, and they give enough colour that you feel like you're getting something for your money. And the lip liner is a really good match, and everything's moving. I find this helpful for them to sell it as a kit. Like, I wish they sold more lip kits or had some kind of list which explicitly says which liner goes with which lip product, because as you can see from these, the names are different. This is called Sexy Berry, this is called Foxy. So you're kind of making your own guess as to which lip liner which goes with which lip product on the website. So having them come together is really helpful. These Wonder Gel lip liners are really creamy. They go on really nicely. They're a lovely formula. Losing my voice. And this pairs together is very good. Okay, so for our other eye products, like I said, I'm not such a big fan of the shade of this, but I think it's a really nice consistency. So it's dried down quite a lot now, I would say. It still has a tiny bit of tackiness to it, but that's potentially because I'm putting it on top of skincare. Like, I haven't got, if I was doing foundation, I would have like foundation, then I would like kind of set my face, and then I might go in with something like this, and it would dry probably down a little bit more, like maybe to a full matte finish. Right now it's still a bit tacky, but I think that's to do with what I've got on underneath it. It blends very nicely. It's got a good level of pigment. Like I said at the beginning, this shade is not going to suit everybody, so that's the downside. I think everything else in here, apart from maybe the highlight, which could also be too pale for some people, everything else would hopefully work. Like, this cream blush is quite a deep shade and does have a good amount of pigment to it, so I kind of had to be a little bit careful with it so that I didn't go completely over the top and keep looking at myself. I'm like, do I have too much blush on? I can't tell. But this shade would work for a lot of people. This again is a really nice formula. It is pretty much, again, it's not 100% dried down, but it is dried down quite a bit. The highlighter stick still has a little bit of like tackiness, but it's not like super wet or super sticky. This I really like. It's pale enough for me, which is good. Obviously that means on the other hand there's going to be people who it's too pale for, and that's a problem with having, you know, one kit with one range of shades. And it's a shame that they didn't like have two, maybe like a light medium and a like medium deep, like two versions. That would have been, I think, really nice, but here we are, there's just one version. But the formula of this is really nice. It went on really smooth, really easy to blend, and it's not over the top. You could do it super subtle. It's showing up nicely though in the corner of the eyes. I think it's really pretty. And as someone who really likes cream and liquid blush highlight, I would definitely get a lot of use out of this. And then the eye pencil was really creamy. So far it seems to be staying in place. Now that I have mascara on, at first I was like, is this a bit too pale? Is this a bit too obvious a colour? Like, is it too light? But now that I've got the rest of everything on, I've got mascara on, I don't feel like it's too light. I feel like it is a good colour, and that it doesn't look overly like unnatural the same way that a white liner would. The brush is nice. I'm not typically a fan of dual-ended brushes just because I tend to put them in a pot, which means one end of the brush gets smushed and I can't use it. But this is a really nice tapered blending brush. Like, it feels like a good quality brush, so that's a little bonus. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you enough information in case you want to buy this kit. I definitely think it's worth it as a Beauty Pie member. You're getting all this for like, what was it, it was 40 something pounds. I'll put it in the description box down below, but personally I think it was good value for money. I actually really like the little just drop things on the floor. I really like this little tips and tricks thing. I think this is a really cute idea. And obviously you get as well the little makeup bag, which has Beauty Pie written on it down here at the bottom, which I think is a nice little extra touch. So I'll say goodbye. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you all next time.